Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, my dear friends. Today I stand before you to speak few words about how to send your children for study abroad. Friends, do you want that your son, your daughter go to the best universities in the United States, United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, Singapore? Yes, why not? Everybody wants. Before I speak you how to send your children to study abroad, I want to clarify you about why to send your children to study abroad. Before that, I want to introduce myself. My name is Kedar Mahapatra. I am a professional speaker, but I am not authorized by any agent, or I am not here to give you any endorsements about any company or corporations. I am not going to ask you any money or any other financial things. I am speaking to you only because I am a proud, successful father of a daughter who is doing her masters in the global 20 universities of the world in the US. And the best thing about her is that she is on full scholarship. Not even 1 rupee has been spent by me towards her studies. So on the basis of that authority, I speak to you few words about how to spend your child to study abroad. Before that, I will tell you why to send your children to study abroad. Friends, in India, you may be knowing there are 2 world famous lists are coming, ranking of the universities. In that list, that is called QS World List, Times Higher Education sees Indian universities are not even one in best 200. There are not even one Indian university is found in the best 200 universities of the world. Why? Because our research facilities are low, our citation rate is low, and you may be knowing Dr. Manohar Parrikar, the late Manohar Parrikar, the ex-defense minister of India. He was a student of Bombay IIT. He said that the students of the IIT are best, not the faculty. You may be knowing Kapil Sibal, the education minister of India, the man who quit IAS to come into the politics. He said that the IITians are the world class, but not the IIT faculties. You know, friends, our education system in our country, it does not allow meritocracy. So there, the US, UK, these 2 countries in the world, they are providing the best quality education. And another best thing why you want to send your children for study abroad is that part-time job. That part-time allowed job of 20 hours in a week, it gives a student self-sufficiency. It makes him to stand on his own leg. Take any name, Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, Steve Jobs, Mark Zuckerberg, all the billionaires of today, everybody did part-time job. You may be knowing about Abraham Lincoln, George Washington selling newspapers, Thomas Edison selling newspapers. That's all are part-time job. In India, there is no concept of part-time job. Here, the students depend financially on their parents for their pocket money, so their self-image becomes less. Their attitude toward the world is not as open as they are. But in the US, in the UK, every student is on part-time job. My daughter's part-time income is enough for his whole month's cost of living. I did not send even 1 rupee for her cost of living. That cost of living is so high, I could not even send. From the first month itself, she has been engaged in a part-time job. So, that part-time job, that eminent education institutions, the Nobel laureates as faculty, the Nobel Prize Award winners as faculties, the class quality of education, friends, the best thing about the education in US and UK, only 3 hours class in a day. Rest of the time you are engaged in project, research, presentations, part-time jobs, your own dreams. But in India, there are 8 hours of school, biometrics, then they say you are absent, blacklisted. Then at the end of the year, where is the quality job? You go and find how to go and find a job. This is the country where there is a mass education, but there is a class education. This is quality education. And for that reason, my friends, you need to send your children for study abroad to US and UK. Now, why to say your children? I said how to send. What it needs to send your children for study abroad, not only to the best global universities of the world, but also on scholarship. That scholarship is so competitive. It is so competitive that only 5, 10, 20 students out of this country get. And so today you may be knowing 2 lakh students go to study abroad every year from our country. So how to send? Now I am coming to the further how you will send, friends. For that, it is a long term. Study abroad is a dream. It is a long term. I cannot tell you anything about short term. I have no idea about short term. I will tell about long term. It starts when the baby is 8 months old. A for apple, B for ball, C for cat, and D for dog. From that time it starts. From that time only, because UK and US, Australia, Canada, English speak. They don't understand our politicians preaching. No, speak English. So we have to teach her English when she was 8 months old. Why to stay her when she was 8 months old? Because when she was 8 months old, she started learning language and also speaking language. From that, my daughter, when she was 1.5 years old, she was telling stories in English, because I thought she was telling, at that time she was unable to speak L in his word. So to every L she was telling. So when I taught her the lion and mouse story, she was telling, oh king of the jungle, don't kill me. Someday I will help you. She was telling like that in her old toddler's voice, I remember now. Because actually, she wanted to tell king of the jungle, don't kill me, someday I will help you. The mouse was telling to the lion, but in her whole, from 1.5 years only, she should tell about stories, rhymes, and about 1,000 words, the alphabet, and so that when she will go into class 3, the LKG, she should emerge as the best 1% students of her class. The best 1% students of her class. Now, how to send is there are 7 steps are there. The first step I am telling you. The first step is curricular. Curricular first step is also known as GPA. Grade point average, and also it is known as percentage. It is also known as percentile. Many things are there, but the whole crux is that she has to be the best student of her class. How she will be the best student of her class? It is not an overnight system. You have to teach him from 8 to 18. I said to friends, 8 is the month, 18 is the year. When my daughter became 18 years old, from that day, not even one time I taught her anything. I did not advise her anything. I did not tell anything about academic. As soon as she became 18 years, I said her, hey Sharni, now you are the lioness. And before you this world now, it is a jungle. You are the queen. Go, rule the world, I said her. But when she was 8 months old to 18 years old, every day I taught her, every day I came, I said the great stories of the world, the great biographies of the world, the great achievers of the world, the great men and women who overcame all the barricades and become famous by virtue of hard work, by virtue of toil, by virtue of sacrifice, by virtue of their everything they put into the stake, and they become the world famous. Friends, so the first thing is curricular. Curricular is GPA. Curricular is your percentage. You have to be the best student in the school, and that does not happen overnight. For that, since he is 8 months old, you have to take him. Make your child the best and the brightest student of your school, and that will open the grand highway passage to the global 20 universities in US and UK with scholarship. As soon as curricular is over, my friend, immediately is coming is co-curricular. Curricular, okay. Now co-curricular. Co-curricular is the talent exams, scholarships, national scholarship exams, Olympiad, National Science Olympiad, National Physics Olympiad, National Chemistry Olympiad, National Maths Olympiad, Astrophysics Olympiad, International English Olympiad, all that Olympiads, and the debate, elocution, all this, they are called what? National Debate Championship, National Elocution Championship. They are called co-curricular. Curricular, co-curricular, and between comes the pillar extracurricular. Extracurricular, sports, extracurricular with games, extracurricular singing, extracurricular music, extracurricular dance, extracurricular is your debate, extracurricular is your elocution, extracurricular is leadership, political leadership, union leadership. Curricular, co-curricular, extracurricular, these three things should sparkle. They want the leaders to give scholarship. They want a bookwork. No, rote system is not allowed. Talent, skill, ability, everything putting together, one word is the leader. So that curricular, extracurricular, co-curricular, one important thing they see, that is the community service. What is your contribution towards your community? Are you a selfish man closing the door reading, or you are going around sacrificing, serving people? Mother Teresa, of Calcutta, the saint, everything like that. They see service to mankind is service to God. Are you enough to go and out in the night days serving people? Please get your child enrolled with one of a very renowned NGO of the country, CRI, Child Relief and You, UNESCO, UNICEF, renowned international NGOs are there. Enroll him. Community service, 2 hours in a week, 1 day in a week, 4 hours in a week. Let us go out to the community, serve people. So curricular, extracurricular, co-curricular, community service. Then another thing to see is called the standardized tests. SAT, GRE, TOEFL, IELTS. There are 4 standardized tests are there, friends. Undergraduate level is SAT, 1600 marks. SAT, no rot system. Only one mantra of great success is triple P. Practice, practice, practice. No other thing is there. Everyday practice, practice, practice. That is called SAT. 1600 in UK, in US, the joke, Trump and Obama fight between themselves. Trump said, Obama, you are 1000 SAT, you are talking to me. Then Obama said, what is your SAT score? Like that there comes, sometimes Bill Gates come in, my SAT score is this much. Like that, SAT is a lifelong score. It is a stamp of intelligence in the US. So SAT is a big thing, and SAT needs practice, and the practice does not happen overnight. You have to keep a dream, a vision that you will send your child to the global 20, global 50, global 75 universities of the world. Thereafter, you will stand before others like me. So friend, SAT, GRE, graduate resource trainings, GRE, my daughter read only 7 days GRE and she got the perfect score. She got perfect score, and in GRE, there's so much people come from one city to another city, enroll for GRE coaching. No, that self-confidence is SAT and GRE. All options appear same. At that time, you are putting the correct action in the GRE. So GRE, SAT, then the TOEFL and IELTS, they are the English speaking and listening and writing. They are the skills that requires practice. So friends, how much you need? You need almost a perfect score. 1, 2 mistakes here and there is allowed, but here like that you cannot get 60%, 70% and dream of a scholarship. 200 countries of the world are trying to go to the best global 75 universities of the world. We are not alone, and there is China. A huge quantity of Chinese students are coming to US and UK. You have to compete with them. There is Korea. But the best, the toughest competition you will fight with others is not from other. Your worst competitor is you yourself. Ask a question. Did I do enough today? Did I do enough today? If the answer comes yes, you did enough, then throw the book and go for a big sleep on it. But if your mind said you that no, you did not do enough today, then don't quit the study. Carry on and carry on. Your competition is not with others. Your competition is with you. If you win with you, then the world will be yours. If you lose with yourself, you cannot win anything in life. So friends, standardized test happen. TOEFL, IELTS, GRE, SAT, and undergraduate level, graduate level, PhD level, all levels happen standardized test. Before standardized test is your GPA, curricular, extracurricular, co-curricular happen. Then the last thing is fees. Last thing. Why I said the last thing is fees? Everybody, when my daughter went abroad, people came and said, hey, how much was the fee? How much you spend? Is it very expensive? I saw in website, there it was written 72,000 US dollar cost of living. How you did that? How you manage? Friends, there are universities in the world, Harvard, Stanford, MIT, Yale, University of Chicago. These universities are known as need-blind universities. Need-blind universities means at the time of giving you admission, these universities will not see whether you are able to pay their fee or not. For example, one daughter of a farmer, he said in financial statement, his annual income, 0. Father is in debt. That time they will not refuse your application because you are unable to pay your fees. They will pay the fee for you. They will give you free accommodation. They will give you traveling expenditure. That is known as need blind. Need blind. And they are the world's best universities, private universities. In our country, government fund comes, they're private universities. Harvard, Yale, Stanford, MIT, all Chicago, all big universities, 10 couple, John Hopkins are all private universities. Now from where private universities give those funds? There should not be, it is not a mystery. The private universities are backed by a powerful community called alumni. ALUMNI, alumni. Now, Mark Zuckerberg, the billionaire founder of Facebook, is an alumni of Harvard University. Bill Gates, the second richest man in the world, is an alumni of Harvard University. Steve Jobs, the Apple Computers founder, is an alumni of Caltech. With Bezos, world's richest man, Amazon's founder, is an alumni of Stanford University. About one alumni, I will tell you, the greatest man ever born in the world. That alumni name is Bloomberg. You might be heard about Bloomberg. Bloomberg was the ex-mayor of New York. $2 billion she contributed to Johns Hopkins University, and Johns Hopkins University become need-blind university because of his contribution. $2 billion US. If you convert into rupee, that 0 does not finish only. So friends, fees, before that comes standardized tests, before that curricular, extracurricular, that's 7-8 things in one child. How it is possible? One child. It is not possible in one day. It is not possible in 1 year. It is not possible in 5 years. You have to give from 8 months to 8 years constantly time. That also I know, friends. The formula is that I said the formula of 8 to 18, from 8 months to 18 years. Now another formula is called 10 to 6 versus 6 to 10. Friends, from morning 10 to evening 6, whatever we are doing for our bread and butter. But from evening 6 to night 10, whatever we are doing for our dream. The best TV serials are coming in which time? They are coming between 6 to 10. That is known as prime time. KBC, Amitabh Bachchan, Sikandar, So this is called prime time. Never ever lose that prime time. So that prime time is 6 to 10. That prime time will be taken away by 3 powerful negative forces. I warn you about those 3 powerful negative forces. First one is the society. Different societies that drag you to the colony society, the cooperative society, or the association societies. Don't do that between 8 to 18 period. After 18 period, you involve in as many societies as possible. Second negative force, neighbors. Kitty party, birthday party, neighbor coming,